You've just rolled up to In the Mind of Reelz with whiskey strong, the opinions are stronger, and there's no filter in sight. I'm talking no holds barred, people. I am Reelz, Marine, biker, musician, and unapologetic patriot. I love my country and all things fast, loud, and wild. And if you came here looking for a smooth ride, well, you're in the wrong motherfucking place. Buckle up. Let's get it done. It's time to dive into the chaos that's inside my mind. So I'm going to get right to it and just throw it out there, okay? Common sense these days ain't so common, yo. Okay? And I've been seeing a slow decline, I want to say over, maybe the past 10 years or so. Basic manners are kind of thrown out the window these days. Thank yous, please, or even making eye contact with people when they're talking to you is kind of fallen by the wayside. Accountability, well, you can just kind of fucking throw that out the window. That shit went extinct when, probably about 4 years ago when who got into office. Accountability is a big thing for me. And everyone these days wants to fucking play victim, dude. And I'm tired of seeing the shit. I really am. No one wants to own their mistakes anymore. I don't understand. Well, I have a pretty good idea, and I'm going to get to those here in a little bit. But, yeah, people don't take blame for the shit they do sometimes. It kind of blows me away. But again, we'll get to more of that here in a minute. People would rather record emergencies than actually be the ones to help. That's fucking crazy to me. But I've seen it happen time and time again. And not just on social media. I've seen that shit in real life. Oh, someone's fucking dying. Hold on. Let me take my camera out and videotape that shit. That's crazy. Okay? Another thing is, book smart doesn't mean you're life smart. There's definitely two different things. I've had people say, well, I've got a college education. I've got a master's degree in economics, or I was a political major, or whatever the case may be. But then you have some just honest and real conversations with them, and they're fucking dumb as dirt. All right? I've seen this happen time and time again. It's like banging your head into the wall, okay? The public etiquette with people these days is fucking trash. People are rude in stores, public, and kids running rampant down the freaking aisles with no fucking control. I mean, that's just, there's no etiquette at all. Lazy parenting is raising soft and wild kids with zero discipline and who are totally disconnected from society, right? And again, we're going to dive into more of this here shortly. These are just things I'm kind of throwing out there right now. It's just, I don't know where we've gone. I'm kind of old school. I'm older. I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. Don't get me wrong. I was a punk kid and I did a lot of stupid shit, but I can tell you this. I had basic manners, right? I knew the basics. Being kind to people and, the pleases and the thank yous. My mom done good when it came to that aspect, right? I mean, I think every parent is supposed to teach their kids the basics. So I want to throw a challenge out there, okay? You can DM me or comment in my YouTube thread there. I want to know the dumbest common sense fail that you've seen, okay? I want to hear about it because I got a few dumb fucking common sense fails that I'm going to talk to you guys about. But so yeah, if you guys have a story about people lacking common sense, please throw me a DM, hit me up. I want to know about it because let's be honest, there's some dumb mofos out there in this world. There's just a lot of dumb people out there. What can I say? I've never needed Google to tell me to not microwave tinfoil, right? Or I've never had to scream at a cashier because I'm polite, I'm courteous, right? people make mistakes, okay? You're at a grocery store, someone makes a mistake, she's trying to help you out and serve you. You don't need to be a fucking cock, all right? All right, so moving forward. I have a top 5 dumb things that should be obvious but aren't, okay? These are obvious things that people should fucking know already. And like I said, apparently people don't know this shit. So, and before I tell you these things, I want to throw this out there. I'm guilty of some of these too, all right? So I'm not just picking on people. I'm guilty of some of these too. I record and I post, you know, but I do it with a purpose, okay? There's a big difference between trying to say something real as opposed to just throwing garbage and try to feed the attention that you seek, right? You know, when I post something or talk about something, I'm like trying to share something, okay? And you'll see what I'm talking about here shortly. So let's start with number 1, okay? Put the damn shopping cart back, okay? If you take a shopping cart, you load up your groceries, you go to the checkout, you do the whole shebang, you take them to the car, you don't just fucking leave the cart there. If you can push it to your car, you can push it back to where you got it, right? So, I mean, I know you could probably say, well, that's what, you know, that's what the clerks are for. They got guys that go and get the shopping carts. Have you ever seen a guy in the summertime coming out of Walmart and he's got to go collect the carts and he has the long fucking string of carts in the middle of summertime and he's pushing like fucking 60 carts? Yeah. Imagine doing that shit. Not cool. So I can imagine that guy when he walks out and sees all the cars, everyone, he's like, these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it, right? If you're going to grab a cart, put it back. It's not a big deal. Besides, a guy like me could use the extra steps, so I always try to be courteous and do that myself. Number 2 is stop recording everything, okay? Now, I know I got some of my close people right now who are laughing at this statement because they know me. I record everything, okay? But there's a difference. I do mine with a purpose, okay? People just record fucking garbage all fucking day long, right? Like, at least when I post and record stuff, I'm showing something that I'm doing or showing a place I'm at or showing what I'm getting involved in for the week. I record with a purpose. So that's what I'm talking about, you know. You don't want to film people fucking in dire need like homeless people, right? That's just fucked up, okay? Or you don't want to, you know, record any kind of fucking trauma just for clicks, right? I record plenty. Like I said, I will tell you straight up front. But I try to share something that's real to me and what I'm doing. That's, like, again, that's the difference. I'm not recording the pain of somebody else, right? That goes back to what I was saying. You know, people want to record emergencies instead of actually helping. You know, oh, guy's drowning in there. Hey, you see the guy drowning, everybody? Hold on. Guy's fucking drowning. And you're just going to fucking stand there and record? Yeah, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Common sense would say, hey, look, this person's in need. They need help. I'm going to go fucking help them, not fucking record their life in danger, right? So there is a difference. Just saying. Number 3, and it has to do with kids. And I will clarify this again right now. I don't have kids of my own. But it's not hard to understand how kids operate and work, right? So what I mean by this is when you have kids and you take them in public, watch your damn kids. They're not free-ranging, bro. They're not free-ranging. You raise your kids or leave them the fuck home. Part of raising them is teaching them not to be little fucking maniacs at the grocery store, making all kinds of noise, fucking destroying stuff, wanting everything. Like, control your fucking kids, especially if you have more than 2. 1 is probably pretty easy to manage. 2, fair enough, you could probably manage 2. If you have any more than 2, leave them the fuck home, honestly. I mean, why are you going to the store with all fucking 6 kids and shit? I mean, I guess if you're a single mom and you got to do that, you got to do that. But it's like, common sense would say, okay, well, I don't need to really take my teenage kids. You know, my 2 little ones, I'll fucking take them. And then teach them fucking manners, right? I mean, it's not fucking hard to do that. So I don't have kids of my own, but it's called common courtesy, right? Teaching them fucking what's up. Number 4, and I'm a traveling sales guy, so this is kind of a big deal, okay? This is a true story that I'm going to tell you here in a second. But number 4 would be replace the damn toilet paper, yo. Replace the motherfucking toilet paper. If you finish wiping your ass and you just used the last of the toilet paper, whether you live with somebody or you're out in public, fucking replace that shit. I mean, dude, what happens when your freaking brother or your wife or your kid goes in after you and sees there's no fucking toilet paper, okay? It's fucking not cool when you gotta go, and sometimes you might be turtle peeking and you don't have time to look to see if there's toilet paper. You're just like, oh my God, I'm about to shit my pants. And then you run into the fucking restroom, do your thing, and then look down, there's no toilet paper. Yeah, that sucks. That's happened to me a few times. But you know what? Being a traveling sales guy, I am prepared now. So in my vehicle, I always have a roll of toilet paper and some fucking wet baby wipes, right? And, you know, some other things like cologne and mouthwash and shit. But my point is, I had to learn the hard way, right? And yes, it was one of those scenarios where I was like, oh my God, I'm about to shit my pants. You run into there and you're not looking at the toilet paper, but you know what? I fucking did my thing. Boom, no toilet paper. Yeah, it sucked. Luckily, they had fucking paper towels, and I probably used half the motherfucking roll wiping my ass, right? I'm just saying, all right? So, be considerate. And whether you're at home or out somewhere, make sure there's fucking toilet paper in there. I've actually gone out at a restaurant before. They ran out of toilet paper, and I went to the freaking waiter or the bartender and say, hey, dude, you're out of toilet paper around the men's bathroom. And, okay, bro, I got you. Dude, it's just fucking being courteous, right? But some people don't think about that shit. Because most people, all they do is want to think about themselves. And I will put myself in that as well, because sometimes we just get caught up in our own lives that we're not thinking. But the point of this episode is to bring common sense back. Common sense and courtesy. Right? Bring it back. So, number 5, and this kind of goes with the shooting video in public. Think before you post your opinion. Okay? I've actually had to learn this the hard way, but it's so true because sometimes you can get into, certain conversations and then, in the moment you're like, fucking blasting shit, and then, you calm down and you're like, oh, fuck. I probably shouldn't have done that, But listen, I built this podcast off my opinion, right? So I think it's important to always share your opinion, but here's the difference. I stand behind my views and my thoughts, right? Think before I speak. I try to offer something that's going to help somebody, maybe change their view, maybe help them grow, maybe push them to be better or stronger people. That's the difference. I'm just not gonna, start rambling about something just for, clicks and likes, right? I'm gonna like try to be methodical about what the fuck I'm gonna say. If you're trying to get your point across, you really have to think about what you say. Sometimes just, speaking your mind on the fly might not go well. So try to think about what you're gonna say before you post something. That's a good way of making sure you don't maybe say something you shouldn't. I don't know. But like I said, this podcast is built around speaking freely and having an opinion and a view. But there is a difference between those things. So, I don't know. Are you posting stuff to connect with people? Or are you just trying to be seen? Right? Like, I don't want to be seen. I want to connect with people. That's why I'm a musician. That's why I'm constantly trying something new and putting myself out there, because I want to connect with people. I want to build a life that's bigger than what I have, right? And you do that by connecting with people, not to just be seen. I want to build a legacy. I don't want to build noise. You know what I'm saying? Building a legacy and trying to connect over just being seen or making noise, right? So there's that. I was thinking, as I've been getting into this podcast further, I'm thinking of coming up with a recurring segment, and it's something I've been thinking about, and we're gonna start it today and just kind of see how it goes, because I've kind of called this the Reelz Rules for a better world. Okay, now let me explain. This isn't just me ranting. Okay, I've got solutions to these things, and they're simple rules that could really fix the world if anyone just had the balls to follow them, right? So here's where I'm at. Number 1, you ready for it? Own your shit. All right? Own your shit. We are human. We are going to fuck up all the time, okay? And taking ownership of your mistakes is going to get more respect from people, right? If you're constantly blaming your mistakes on someone else, I gotta tell you, it's not gonna go well for you, because you're just gonna be known as the bitch. Don't be the bitch. Man up. So that's number 1. Number 2, and this is kind of a callback to episode 6. If you haven't seen episode 6, go check it out. Number 2. Respect ain't given, yo. It's earned, okay? Respect is earned by how you carry yourself, okay? You can't wake up in the morning and expect people to give you respect, because life does not work that way. So earn your shit. Don't expect it. Number 3, earn your fucking keep. Okay? I've always been a hustler. I don't know any other way to be. I'm always out trying to better myself, better my life's situation, better my finances, better my sales skills, right? I'm always trying to better myself. And you do that by going out every day to earn your fucking keep. Grind, grind, grind. Don't wait for motherfucking handouts. Okay? I can assure you, you will feel way better about yourself if you go out and earn your shit, as opposed to expecting fucking handouts all the time. Number 4, if you got kids, raise your motherfucking kids, or society will. It's that simple. Raise your fucking kids. Be a parent not a fucking bystander that sits on the fucking wayside and let your kids being taught by these crazy fucking teachers in school. All right? You have to stay on top of your kids. You have to be constantly evolving with them. You can't just send them to school and expect them to be taught. Oh, they're being taught all right. They're going to be taught some shit you don't want them to be taught. So it's your job as a parent to stay on top of your fucking kids. And I'm not talking about just putting a fucking cell phone or a fucking Game Boy in front of them and shutting them up and letting the fucking computer games, raise them. You have to be proactive. So raise your kids or society will. Number 5, and this is probably my favorite one right here. Shut up and ride. Just shut the fuck up and ride. That's all you have to do. When life gets loud, when life gets crazy, and you're taking on so much shit, and you're taking hits everywhere, get on the bike and clear your fucking head. Okay? It works wonders. And if you don't have a bike, well, too bad, so sad. If you don't have a bike, then you done fucked up already because you're not going to relate to this one. Okay? If you don't have a bike, you should go fucking get one, like ASAP. Don't wait. The longer you wait, the longer it's going to take to experience the fucking freedom you get when you're on the bike mobbing. So shut up and ride when life gets hard and just fucking clear your head. It's a pretty amazing feeling. I've always said life is like a box of chocolates. No, I'm just kidding. No, but for real, I think these things, these simple rules, really, I think could really fucking benefit people. I really think so, man. You just sometimes have to just refocus and reevaluate. Listen, the world doesn't need more influencers, okay? Doesn't need more of them. What it needs is more fucking examples. Good examples. People setting the bar, right? Listen, I'm not perfect. Like I said, I make mistakes all the time. But I own my shit. Even when I know it's going to embarrass me or I'm going to get my ass reamed or what, I will always own my shit regardless of the outcome, because that's what people with integrity and morals do. You own your shit. You don't blame them on somebody else. Common sense isn't complicated. It's just rare these days. I think it's coming back. We got great fucking leadership in the White House right now. So I think common sense is coming back. But we still have a long road to go. It's not about being better, because I don't consider myself to be better than anybody. To me, it's about being real, right? Being real is all you got, right? Your word is all you got. So it ain't about politics, okay? It ain't about politics. It's not about race or class. It's about not being a fucking idiot, okay? And if that offends you, congratulations, okay? Congratulations, because you might be the one with the problem. And that's just how I see it. That being said, this is Reelz signing off. Ride safe, live free, and don't take shit from anybody. Peace.